All right, happy cooking. So now we're gonna make a delicious blend. This is your flexitarian chef, Jay Tanti, with Miss Vanna Arbuckle. This is right up her alley. I know that she loves doing the alkaline classes. Well, all the vegetables that I got here today, Vanna, they are from my garden. So we have plenty of fiber, just like you teach the people. So what we have in here is bok choy. Bok choy is one of the most nutritionally dense vegetables, and you know what, you can actually grow bok choy in your home within 2 weeks. So buy about 3 or 4 plants, and then what you want to do is just put them in the dirt. But instead of plucking it and getting all the roots, what we want to do is make sure that you just cut above the root, leave the root on the inside, and that way it'll continue to grow. So right now I have huge plants that are growing from broccoli. So what we want to make sure, this stuff over here, really good for building bones. So if something is like really nutritionally dense, then we want to eat more of. So always make sure that you eat all of the plants. So we're going to add some of the bok choy at the bottom.
That goes for your green onions, your leeks,
green onions, leeks, and bok choy. And now, of course, I have these red char, so we want to also make sure. So you can juice them, but when we juice them, as you taught in the class here, we're also losing some of the fiber.
Right.
And that's why, you know, a lot of times people become really constipated because we're juicing too much. Right? So juicing is good, like if you're really, really sick or you're detoxifying, because it goes into your bloodstream right away and it bypasses the digestive system. But then again, we don't have that fiber that you talked about. But what is fiber good for, Vanna, since you teach these classes?
Well, there's 2 different types of fiber. There's soluble and insoluble. The soluble, for example, would be like oatmeal. And the insoluble would be like the celery stalk. They have 2 different purposes. The soluble is actually it's stored in the liver, and it carries out additional hormones, additional cholesterol, toxins, carcinogens that your body doesn't need. And so it helps to cleanse and keep a balance and by removing those additional hormones and those type of things in your body, it will reduce the risk of getting reproductive cancers in the future. And then the insoluble, such as the stalks here, actually help to clean the intestines and act as a brush. So if you're juicing, it's great because you're getting all those vitamins and minerals in, but you need a little bit of the fiber. Sometimes you can take some of the fiber and add it back to your juice.
Oh, we can blend them. So, which is usually sometimes what I do. I juice, and then I put things like anything gelatinous, like chia seeds or aloe vera, which is the star of our show today, will also help you clean out those extra hormones that sometimes we might have in the body. So in here, what I just added is collard greens. Collard greens is another vegetable that grows so much. In fact, you don't have to replant it the next year. So this year, because it went to seed, all the little seeds fell back in the ground, so now I have a bunch of them.
Good.
And these, you can actually soak them in a little bit of hot water, and you can use them instead of using tortilla. Well, you can use it as clothing, yeah. You can use it for, if you're too hot. Okay. Right, if you get in the hot flashes. So what we're going to do with this.
These are beautiful, Jay.
Yeah, we're going to take this. And then we're going to chop up a little bit more because we want to make sure that we get like super alkaline today, especially after all that chocolate that we ate. And this is actually chocolate mint. This is actually spearmint. Smell. Isn't that amazing? Just try it.
I love mint. And
this
it grows
is amazing.
like weeds.
This definitely. So you want to make sure that you put quite a bit. It's just so delicious. And then to cool off the body, since we're getting into spring now, we're going to find some cooling vegetables. Like this will help you lower cortisol levels. So that's good. And then we have some mustard greens as well. So this is mustard greens also from the garden. So make sure that you put everything. But since you're growing it organic, sometimes you might get little bugs in there. Make sure that you wash it really good. This is a very good one because there's no bugs or anything. So we want to make sure
like
no holes or where they wear. So I usually spray like essential oils instead of putting pesticides. Now, for this part, for the aloe vera, which I grow, I have over 200 plants in my home now. So they just keep on reproducing. This is really good for the skin, especially if you have burns, if you have sunspots. My son, one time, we were in Cancun and actually Los Cabos, and he had 3rd burn degree. And the first thing that I did, since there was no doctor around, I went down to the common area, to the reception area where they had a lot of the plants, and I just took the plant and then I applied it on his back. But this is how we use it. Okay, first of all, this is a real big one. So for the skin, it's the best because it helps you build collagen. So if you want to do a mask, this is the best thing you could do. So let's take the little spiny things. just like so. And then you take, cut it square, so that way it's easy to get through the leaf. So let's take the leaf out, the skin. And this part in the middle, this is the most amazing part for your skin. So let's take this.
It makes sense because the inside of the plant is so smooth and perfect, you know, and what it does to the plants is what it can do to us, you know.
You can make suppositories from this. You can cut it into little shapes and put it in the freezer, and then, you know, if you need to cleanse your liver, you clean the colon, that's what you use. Okay, so now we take this part, and here's where the medicine is. And it's actually quite tasty.
Look at that. That's such a nice.
Oh my goodness, this is so delicious, okay? And then we cut it up and then put it into your blend.
It looks like seafood.
And then from this part, this is the part that I always save. So if I'm making juice first thing in the morning, then what I'll do is I'll take this. I feel like a fish. I put it everywhere. I recently burned myself. I don't know, something bit me at this volcano that we were in St. Lucia. And I got all these marks here, but because I've been applying this every single day, it's just working like a charm. I don't use any other type of makeup. So if you have a little bit of the turkey neck, the turkey neck happening, so put this on, and it will actually dry really fast. Then you can actually put it on your skin like that. Let it dry. You don't need to wash it. And then, like, you notice that this part of the skin itself, it's already gone. It's no more So this will help you with the elasticity into your for your skin.
I'll actually do it before I go to bed and just let it be.
Oh, all night. Well, I put it all day long. Yeah, I put it all day long. Oh, so now what we're gonna do is to add a little bit of sweetness because we have so many vegetables in there. We're gonna add maybe just 1 or 2 pieces of banana. You can actually use chirimoya if you like. This is a very nutritional dense also, and it's very delicious. This is actually ice cream in a pot. You need to try this. Try this, how delicious. It's got huge seeds, but just try how sweet. It tastes like vanilla. It's just so amazing. So take the seeds out. This is like eating ice cream. So if you actually just put it in the freezer for like a few minutes, like 5 minutes.
Awesome.
That is so amazing. So take the seeds out because they're really huge. They almost look like cacao seeds. Well, a little too big for cacao seeds. But we're just going to add this in there. I love this chirimoya. I bought a tree, but it had 2 chirimoyas in it, so it's not worth it. So I think I'm going to plant a little bit more.
Where do they grow at? Where is it
they're indigenous to South America and Central America. In my country, where I come from, Nicaragua, they have a lot of chirimoya. So there's about 2 or 3 types. Some of them can grow really big. And they're so delicious and juices, lots of fiber, lots of antioxidants. So if you're really in for a treat, you know, like if you really have like a sweet tooth, this will be one of the best treats that you can have, okay? So we'll just add that. And now we're going to add some water. All right, so what we did is, so we put in here the banana, and then the last thing that we put in here was the chirimoya. Okay. That is optional. So if you're really on a low sugar and you want to keep it super alkaline, forget the bananas, forget the chirimoya. But because we want a little bit of sweetener without having anything extra like processed sugar, then we want to put some of the fruit. And now we're going to add some water. And so this will be really creamy. The only reason why I like to put some bananas or any type of fruit is to make it nice and creamy, especially if you're giving it to children. Sometimes children, if it's